Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and a mistletoe help to make the seasons bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh, and every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this special phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. Yeah, give it up to Hank Williams on the piano. John Collins, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that guy's pretty good. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Though it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas.
Good morning, Vietnam, right? So, my plans have changed a little bit. Y'all, we got some bad weather heading in here to the great state of Arkansas. Yeah. So, they're calling for like several inches of snow, sub-zero temperatures. So I was not originally going to be around like tonight and stuff. But because of the weather stuff that they're calling, our plans, we canceled our plans. We're not going to do whatever. So we will be doing a Christmas special. On Dead on Dave tonight. We'll be doing a very special Christmas show. We're going to have lots of Christmas stories. Uh-oh. Right off the bat here. Merry Christmas, PeePaw. Willie McGee, $20. Thank you so much, Willie G. I appreciate that. I really do. Why is it not... The alerts are not coming up for some reason. I'm going to figure out what's going on with that, guys. I apologize. I'll get that fixed. But anyway, Thank you for the $20. I appreciate that. Guys, listen. I'm gonna just get into story time. Okay, we're gonna have a story right off the bat before we do any of the stuff. We're gonna just get the story out of me right off because you know I love to tell stories. So my youngest son is home visiting right now. My oldest son was not able to because of work and stuff. But we're going to head out and go and spend a few days with him and hopefully get to spend some time with him. But his job is extremely demanding, and we're not even for sure if he's going to be able to have any time off at all, especially this time of year. So if we get to see him, it's just going to be bits and pieces here and there, right? And while I understand it, I was in that, I've had to deal with that in my own life. It sucks, but we're dealing with it. That's fine. So my youngest son came into my room because I was, working from home stuff. He came in here and he said, "Hey, Pop, I want to talk to you a minute." Okay, let's talk. He said, "What is your plans?" I said, "What do you mean, what is your plans?" He goes, "Well, I know you're getting close to retirement and you're, he said, "What are you going to do to keep yourself busy?" Right. Because that seems to be like one of the struggles that people of my generation or my age, right, demographic, when they start getting ready to retire and they're going to do, that's why a lot of people can't retire. All they've ever done is work, right? And that's all I've ever done. I have held a job and I have worked since I was about 14, 15 years old. I worked prior to that, just summer work, like, hauling hay and things like that, working, but I guess you guys would consider farm work, right? I would do that kind of stuff during summer. But as far as actually working for a business and drawing an actual paycheck every week or whatever, I've been working since I was about 15 years old. All right. Now, he said, "So what are you going to do?" I said, "Son, I got it all mapped out. Because I've worked hard all my life, I have made things and put things in place to where I'm not having to be dependent upon like Social Security stuff. I've got lots of different, retirement things that I've done and socked money away and all that kind of stuff, right? And when it's all said and done, and here's the sad thing about it, right, is as it's looking right now, I'll be drawing more a month in retirement than I ever did when I was working, which is sad. It's so backwards, right? Because that money I could have used tremendously when I was raising my family and my sons and and the wife and I man, there were some months, man, we really, really, really struggled hard, but we could, so the thought that I'm going to have more money coming in retirement than I did when I was working is just indicative of how screwed up things are, right? But here's my plan. I'm going to share what my plan is with you guys. We're going to still, if you guys are here with me and you're still watching me, we're going to be doing this every morning. We're going to have coffee with PeePaw. But you know what we're not going to have to do? We're not going to have to rush things, right? So if we want to spend a couple hours with each other that morning, we can do that. There's not going to be any rush. But when I finish the coffee with PeePaw, I'm going to get up and I'm going to do some chores around the house and that type of stuff. Chores outside, whatever it needs to be done, I'm going to get out, take care of that. And then I'm going to probably take a little nap, right? Because old people, we run out of energy sometimes. And, but then that afternoon, I'm probably going to stream a little bit, maybe play some games with you guys, get ready to do the Dead on Dave show that night, do up some thumbnails, all that kind of stuff, right? But here is my mission. This is what I really want to do, right? My mission is to grow this channel to where I have a decent line of revenue coming in from YouTube, not from you guys, right? Just you guys would just give me the revenue by watching the shows and interacting with the show and stuff like that, right? The ad revenue, as they call it, right? Not your donations, just the ad revenue, right? Because I want to get to where you guys don't have to donate, that you guys just get to come here and have fun and all that kind of stuff, right? So here's what we do. We're going to take that ad revenue, and my goal is, and hopefully I can get some partners with this through different manufacturers. And my goal is at least, I'm going to try to at least once a quarter or so, every 3 months, right? I will build a PC with my own little PeePaw hands, and we're going to find a way. I've got some ideas, and I'm still working all this stuff out. We got a few years before all this is going to manifest itself, right? I figure. But I'm going to build a PC, and we're going to have some way for you guys, right? You, the viewers, right? To submit somebody that you know that getting a brand new PC would greatly impact their lives and help them be better artists or content creators or whatever it is, and we'll make that PC and give it to them. That is my plan. That is my deal, right? Because here's the thing that I always questioned about, and maybe I'm just naive, and maybe I don't understand everything, which is very well possible. I don't understand a lot of things. There's a lot of big creators on these platforms that are tech type creators, right? And I never did understand, because I know that they have brand deals and stuff with different types of companies. I never did understand why they never worked out a deal like that to just give a PC away. Now, some of the headaches that I can foresee from this is you build a PC, right? You get it packaged up good and safe and secure, and you ship it, and something happens to the damn thing, right? Like it gets lost in shipping, or gets damaged in shipping, or a lot of things can happen in shipping. I understand that, right? Or the person gets it, and 6 months down the line, they get some sort of virus or something like that, right? And and they say, well, PeePaw, you got to come back in and fix it. Well, no. And that would be some terms there, right? That once you get it, that's it. My level of responsibility terminates at you receiving it, right? So that's my plan. That's my goal. That's what I want to do in my retirement age. Is I want to stream with you guys, have fun with you, still work with Dave. Hopefully he hasn't gotten too upset with me, too mad at me, and kicked me to the curb. And I want to build PCs and give them away to you guys. That's what I want to do. So anyway, I don't know, guys. Do you think that's a viable plan? Do you think that's something we can do as a, I guess a community? I guess that's what we are, a community over here. So yes. And listen, here's the thing. Nerdy John would be at the top of the pecking list. That poor boy I swear to God, he's running on like a 1990s Commodore 64 or some shit, right? So yeah, I want to get, that's definitely, he would be one of the definite ones. No one would have to submit him. I would do that myself, because I know how dire need. But here's the thing. I'm hoping the young man is able to get something before I can do it. So he's got an all-in-one from 2015. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? Let's get into the show. What do you say? I think we've had enough story time with PeePaw, the old man, right? We had enough time. So here we go. We're going to just start off on the funnies. These are the funnies that Paw Prince sent us this morning. So we got Bruce Springsteen here, and Bruce Spruce is singing "Born in the U.S. of A." And this one here says, "No, no, no." I said, "Off to the Schmidt house, not the shit house." Now that right here, y'all, is what we call in the South as an outhouse. I like that one. That one kind of tickled my old funny bone. And then this one here, this one says, "Why are you stalling, Santa? You going to start the game or not?" He's got venison. Yeah, we're going to have us some deer meat, y'all. Okay. And the last one, it says, "Come on, Gloria, we're going to be late. Pick an icing and wear it." Now, ladies, I'm sure y'all can relate to that one, right? um, guys, um, we reported yesterday that H3H3 had gotten his Twitter back, right? So he immediately tweets out this: "They got me." Says Elon Musk, CEO, Tesla Motors. Tesla has just been informed by the NHTSA that our cars pose an imminent threat to all drivers and are demanding an immediate recall of all vehicles with autopilot. We are going to fight this to the end, but I'm being forced to announce the imminent recall of our entire fleet. And then if you look here, it says this tweet was created by the YouTuber and podcaster H3H3 Productions. Seeing the tweet on a timeline hides the parody at the end of his name and does not show the second tweet in the thread. He was previously suspended for doing a similar account change. And so they got him. They got the Ethan Klein, busted him out with this stuff. So anyway, and then we got people here. That's never mind. He's just being funny there. All right. So I found this kind of interesting. This is a tweet by a person by the name of Shakira Does Art. Anyway, Shakira did the 12 Days of Christmas commentary edition. And I found this kind of humorous, and I thought, you know what, let's take a look at this here, okay? And it says here, it says, on the first day of Christmas, YouTube, I guess I kind of need to sing this, right? So y'all, you're going to have to be kind to me because PeePaw don't sing too well. It says, on the first day of Christmas, YouTube gave to me a meltdown from DSP. On the second day of Christmas, YouTube gave to me 2 cancellations and a meltdown from DSP. On the third day of Christmas, YouTube gave to me 3 Dramageddons, 2 cancellations, and a meltdown from DSP. On the fourth day of Christmas, YouTube gave to me 4 Doxers doxing, 3 Dramageddons, 2 cancellations, and a meltdown from DSP. On the 5th day of Christmas, YouTube gave to me 5 gay ops, 4 Doxers doxing, 3 Dramageddons, 2 cancellations, and a meltdown from DSP. On the 6th day of Christmas, YouTube gave to me 6 goth mommies, 5 gay ops, 4 doxers doxing, 3 Dramageddons, 2 cancellations, and a meltdown from DSP. On the 7th day of Christmas, YouTube gave to me 7 debate bros, 6 goth mommies, 5 gay ops, 4 doxers doxing, 3 Dramageddons, 2 cancellations, and a meltdown from DSP. On the 8th day of Christmas, YouTube gave to me 8 creepshows creeping, 7 debate bros, 6 goth mommies, 5 gay ops, 4 doxers doxing, 3 Dramageddons, 2 cancellations, and a meltdown from DSP. Whew, mercy. On the 9th day of Christmas, YouTube gave to me 9 gold play buttons, 8 creepshows creeping, 7 debate bros, 6 goth mommies, 5 gay ops, 4 doxers doxing, 3 Dramageddons, 2 cancellations, and a meltdown from DSP. On the 10th day of Christmas, YouTube gave to me 10 Roblox pussies. I will have one in March. 9 go play buttons, 8 creep shows creeping, 7 debate bros, 6 goth mommies, 5 gay ops, 4 doxers doxing, 3 Dramageddons, 2 cancellations, and a meltdown from DSP. Whew, only 2 more, guys. On the 11th day of Christmas, YouTube gave to me 11 allegations, 10 Bullbucks plushies, 9 Go Blade buttons, 8 Creepshows creeping, 7 debate bros, 6 goth mommies, 5 gay ops, 4 doxers doxing, 3 Dramageddons, 2 cancellations, and a meltdown from DSB. On the 12th day of Christmas, YouTube gave to me 12 copyright strikes, 11 allegations, 10 blowbacks plushies, 9 go play buttons, 8 Creepshows creeping, 7 debate bros, 6 goth mommies, 5 gay ops, 4 doxers doxing, 3 Dramageddons, 2 cancellations, and a meltdown from DSB. Whew, what? How was that, guys? Was that just complete and total chaos? What, did I do something wrong? I probably got the words twisted, and I probably said something that's going to get me canceled, didn't I? I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it one bit. You know, guys, remember Captain Corey? And, you know, Captain Corey is the young man who had a couple of different heart surgeries. He is in, I can't remember the name of the word, but essentially it's in care support. His goal was to get he wanted to get $100,000 play button, 100,000 sub play button, right? And he had a lot of people that rallied behind him. He had Johnny Depp, who did a little thing as Captain Jack Sparrow. He had phone calls actually with Captain Jack Sparrow on the phone. And then all of a sudden his YouTube channel got deleted, remember? And, you know, there was, you know, mass outcry out there. YouTube got it corrected. Susan Wojcicki herself tweeted out and said that it had been corrected and that, good morning there, Abby, that there was a very special box coming for Corey. And Corey got this, and this was ran on the BBC.
You know, potentially it could be his last Christmas. A big Christmas dinner. Just spend loads of time together as a family. And we're going to film some of it as well, so obviously we don't ever forget it.
And so Corey has gotten his play button. So that's good. I'm glad the young lad got his play button. The audio on that was not the greatest, but we deal with what we have, right? But anyway, congratulations to Captain Corey. He got his play button and he got his wish, and that's all that matters. All right. So this next one, we have got to talk about a person that you know, let me just say something. I don't hate this person, but I don't have any respect for this person. This person has caused a lot of issues. They have caused a lot of stress. I first became aware of this person with Nerdy John. Matter of fact, this is how Nerdy and John and I kind of, I guess you would say, kind of first talked and met. There was a creator by the name of Mischief. And Mischief had done a commentary video on the video that Quantum TV had made about Elden Ring. And Quantum TV didn't like Elden Ring. And he put his feelings and thoughts out there. And you know what? Quantum TV was 100% entitled to his thoughts on Elden Ring. He was entitled to make that video. He was entitled to not like the game. 100% he was entitled to do all those things. What he was not, and what he was never entitled to, was to be protected from people taking exceptions with his opinions. See, that's what Quantum never could understand. Quantum could never understand or grasp that anybody would not agree with his thoughts and opinions about whatever it was he was talking about, be it TVs, because that's his whole bread and butter, right? Is doing calibrations and doing reviews of televisions, right? And there's other video AV people out there that make content that disagreed with him. He's had beef with that community as well, right? He is not exclusive. He doesn't have an exclusivity contract with the commentary community about making, taking exception with them making commentary videos on him, right? He's had beef with that, that community as well. All right. So all that stuff happened. We had the stuff happen with the Act Man. Everybody knows that, right? We are not going back through all that history. If you want to go through all that history, if you don't know all that history, if you don't have a good understanding of that history, here are some channels to go and look and just search up Quantum, right? You can go to the Clear as Mud podcast, which Banana and I co-host on. We talked about Quantum there. You can go to Nerdy John's channel. He's talked about Quantum. Matter of fact, Chris Denark did a very long stream yesterday recapping all the stuff with Quantum TV. I don't know if he go as far back as to deal with the stuff where the originator brought it to the attention of our community over here, which was Mischief. I don't know if he goes all the way that far back or not, because I missed early part of his stream yesterday because of work. But I do know that he went extensively through all the stuff with the Act Man and stuff, but I don't know if he went prior to that or not. Okay. But I know, like I say, Chris and Art did a very long one. Garo the Rage has done several videos on Quantum. Mischief has done a couple of videos on Quantum. All right. Recently, Chris Denark was streaming. Another person was streaming. Chris Denark joined the stream or whatever, and they were discussing. And Quantum TV was in the chat. They tried very hard to get Quantum to, they provided the Discord information, everything, and Quantum would not do it. Now, I have my theories about that. I think the reason why Quantum doesn't get into Discord chats or voice calls, VCs as they're called, I don't think he knows how to do it. Honestly, truthfully, I don't think he knows how to set it up. I've watched some of his videos, not the AV stuff, right? Because I'll tell you what, right now, the stuff that PeePaw or that I know rather about AV stuff, you can put in a thimble, right? I admit that I'm not very knowledgeable about AV stuff. It is not something I turn on my television. Do I get a picture? Yeah. I watch my television shows. I watch my movie. Okay. I don't have to, I'm not a person that has to have it where it's just all this. I don't care if I get a picture and I can see it and I can obviously, and the colors are not just complete jankers on it. I'm fine with it. It doesn't matter to me. Right. But I watched his videos that he's done where he tries to upgrade his PS5 with an M.2 drive. And him stripping out the screws and shit on there, right? And talk about how, how he had all these really expensive. Listen, those screwdriver sets that he used are bottom tier, entry level tools that you would use for like doing repairs. Okay. This is something I know about. When you talk about PC components and hardware repairs and shit, it's stuff I've been doing for over 30 damn years. This stuff I do know about, right? And I'm telling you right now, Quantum is in the same boat as I am when it comes to AV. What he knows about this stuff would fit in a thimble, right? So that I can that I could dissect, that I can, I will argue with him vehemently about. He is very unknowledgeable when it comes to that stuff. He likes to pretend that he's something, right? But he's not. Now, so I don't think he knows how to operate Discord. I don't, other than to send text messages and things like that. I don't believe he actually knows how to join a VC. Back when all this stuff originally started happening, I joined his Discord. I tried to have a conversation with him, and I was very respectful. Okay. I think you guys know that as long as you've known me, that I've been in this space, I am stern with people. I won't cut them a lot of slack, but I'm respectful. I don't, I don't talk down to people. I bust balls with my buddies, but I'm not, I don't talk down to people. I respect them as people. Now, Quantum is not respectful at all. He is a man child, and it's obvious that he's spoilt. He has temper tantrums. So why are we talking about quantum all of a sudden? Why all of a sudden here at Christmas time, when we should be joyful and we should be drinking our eggnog and our wassail and laughing and having fun and waiting for the jolly fat man to come down the chimney to deliver toys and put some stuff in our stockings, right? Why are we talking about this person? I'll tell you why. Because he has successfully got people to have beef within the commentary community. Okay. So here's what happened. Minxie. Does everybody know who Minxie is? Let me see if I can find this tweet here. Hang on here. Let's see here. Where is it at here? So Minxie got a notification. Yeah. Let me see here. Let me get to the right things here. Here and here. Okay. So Minxie gets a notification from YouTube. Okay. And she says, yes, Quantum TV attempted to false flag me. The video is from May 12th, 2022, and I received this email from YouTube at 5:34 a.m. today. This is from the very start when I began streaming 7 months ago. And you see, she tweeted this out. This was from 2 days ago. This is what she got. Copyright notification regarding Quantum TV false flags. The Act-Man by Review Tech USA, Minxie Reacts. It says, hi, Minxie1. Another YouTube channel noticed their content in a video you uploaded. And it has the links to these videos. If you use another person's or another channel's content without permission, they may ask you to remove your video. Removal results in a copyright strike against your account. Okay. Goes on to say, the channel has provided this email address in case you'd like to start a conversation YouTube. Now, they determined that this was from Quantum TV. There's just one problem. Okay. And this is no disrespect to Minxie. I like Minxie. Okay. And I think maybe I can kind of understand what happened here, right? People are so used to Quantum filing copyright strikes, right? Takedowns. That's not what happened here. Okay. All he did was, and he's doing this as a kind of, I would call it a troll. He's not flagging, he didn't flag the video down. He didn't file a copyright strike. What he did was he went in and he said, hey, reach out on my behalf. And here's an email address. And basically, rather than filing a copyright strike, you're just putting a notice in there saying, listen, I noticed you use my stuff. Let's have a conversation about this. This is not a strike. He didn't file a copyright strike, right? All right. So, but I think based upon the track record and the history And because Quantum is so disliked in this community, and the fact that Minxie and as you can see here, God of the Rage got one too, right? And I think it's because they just sometimes, when things happen, you kind of knee jerk a little bit. Maybe you don't, because I do this myself, right? I get something and it gets you excited, and then all of a sudden, you excuse me, you don't quite read and everything there, and your mind starts putting things and pieces things together that's not really like that what it is, right? So yes, exactly. He put out a notice, exactly, Mr. Gamer. He put out a thing. Basically, all this was saying, "Hey, use my stuff, whatever." Right? He's not going to file a copyright strike again. I don't think. I could be wrong. He might. He's stupid. All right. I firmly believe that Quantum TV is not the brightest bulb in the box. That much I do know. A lot of people that we've had dealings with in the past that has falsely filed copyright notices and stuff like that. Most of the time, if we've been able to reason with them. Sometimes it has taken a little bit of time because they are slow to accept, the facts and reality of it. But they eventually come around, right? There's only been 2 people that I know of in recent, history that has been non-receptive to what the truth is. Quantum is one of the biggest ducks in the puddle. The other one is Abel. I think is that his name, Abel? He was the guy that struck Nerdy John, and he struck another guy that originally made the video. Adele. He's like the leftist dude over on Twitch. I can't remember his name. It doesn't matter. But anyway, so they, those are only 2 that I know in recent history that has been unreceptive to what fair use is, and established law and court cases that have established what fair use is. Because they don't like people taking their content and reacting to it and making them looking foolish. So what happened? So Minxie does what she does, right? She does go on to say here that, that the video, there is not a claim on the video and there's nothing to dispute, but we'll keep everyone posted. It's strange. Maybe YouTube actually told him to touch grass. So anyway, we had some, I guess, disagreement starts beefing up. Okay, these were screenshots of something. Let's see if we can't just find, the actual tweets here. Let's see here. Where's it at here? Okay. All right. Good night. How deep does this rabbit hole go? These 2 were going at it for a while, looks like. All right. So this tweet, the original tweet, let's see, do we have this here? Do we even have the original tweet? Doesn't look like it. Okay. So it says, Mischief says, please stop spreading misinformation. Quantum is not actually filing actual copyright takedowns here. He's clicking the reach out to creator option use before filing a takedown. He didn't strike anyone yet. Well, and she said that, okay? But maybe she probably changed the original tweet she put out. Maybe that's probably in reference to. So Mixu says he's doing this for multiple content. He's doing this for multiple content creators on the same day. And yes, we are all actually aware of what he's doing. Thank you for your concern. Mischief says the passive aggressive response is completely unnecessary. You're telling people he's striking them, but he's not. At least he is baiting you. Don't take you as someone who would actively twist the truth. He's literally just fucking with you a lot for attention because he knows you'll bite back even if he doesn't file an actual strike. Now I do agree with that. I do 100% believe he was just jerking their change, right? And like I said, I think maybe because they so used to having Quantum because, again, Minxie, Gar of the Rage, and those guys really have been going back and forth with Quantum. I do believe he was 1% baiting them here. But I also understand Minxie's response and action. I think these two here kind of started having some words with each other, and they both kind of got their noses bent out a little bit out of shape. And anyway, it is what it is, right? So we're going to say, how is anything I said passive aggressive? That is hilarious. We all know he is doing this to fuck with content creators. It's not his MO. Creators, it's been his MO for months. I was surprised you even brought that up, honestly. Dude, you were spreading misinformation. Just correct your original post. It's not that hard. Clearly, I struck a nerve by asking you to correct your misinfo. Seriously, I did not take you as this kind of person. Hella disappointed. Also quit with the annoying ass quote tweeting. Leave Quantum in the dirt where he belongs and stop digging his body out of the grave. The only person he's still doing anything the only reason he's still doing anything is because you lot won't stop biting everybody biting every bit of bait he puts out. That brings up a point there. I'm not saying Minxie, I'm not saying Gara, I'm not saying they do that or whatever, but I will say this. I know sometimes because you have such a disagreement with somebody that anytime they put out something, people will look for any reason at all to make a video on them, right? Because they have such a dislike for them, right? I think my advice would be to anybody concerning Quantum. Guys, he's not going, he refuses to listen to reason. He refuses to listen to a simple truth that, there is something, that your videos, when you upload them to YouTube, it's called Creative Commons. There is, but it does not protect you from people taking your video, and as long as they are transformative in it, critiquing your video, they 100% can do that. That is an established law that protects. Okay, you do have protection is in that they cannot take your entire video and just straight re-upload it. Okay, now that is copyright infringement, and they cannot do that, right? But they can take segments of it. They can react to it, right? They can critique it. You may not like what it is that they're saying. They may be taking exception to some of the things that you're saying. They may even do it and really make you look foolish, especially if you're stating some stuff that is just your feelings and not facts. Okay, which if you go back to the original issue, which was Quantum TV was sharing his feelings about a game that he played that he didn't like. That's fine. But when sharing his feelings, he made some statements that were not factual to the game because he had not played the game enough to understand the mechanics and the principles of the game, as far as in things like, he made some statements how you have to start over and over and over. No, you don't start over and over and over. You don't lose all your stuff. You just have to go back to where your body was at and reclaim it. That is the mechanic in a lot of games, right? So, when that's, stuff like that. And so anyway, not to get too down into that rabbit hole there, but that's the thing. When you put stuff out there, people can come back and critique your videos. Quantum is not going to ever acknowledge that anyone had the right to critique his stuff. Okay. You are, if you continue to fight with him about this stuff, right? Or if you continue to fight with him about the fact that he has crappy reviews about stuff, I understand milking people for content, right? I get that. Okay. But, and it's your choice. You can do whatever you want to. I'm not, I'm not everybody's, I'm not the gatekeeper here or anything. But I think if your ultimate goal is to uh, make that person irrelevant, the best thing you can do is make your content or whatever, your review of their content or whatever, then drop it and move on to other people, move on to other subjects, move on to other things, right? If you keep going back and keep going back and keep going back, I don't think it. As a creator, I don't think it looks good for you because it almost looks like you've become a one trick pony. Um, and uh, there's a lot of people whose channels were really skyrocketed because of what happened with Quantum, right? Mischief's channel blew up because of it, right? Chris the Narc got quite a bit of a boost in subs because of it. Probably Minxie and Gara, and I know even Nerdy John got a really big surge of supporter or subs and things as well, right? And that's great. And so but the problem is um, I kind of agree a little bit with Mischief here. Is maybe it's time to maybe to shake the dirt off on this one and move on to somebody else, and not worry about don't ever come back to them, right? I got another donation. Homeboy Edwin tipped. You stole a vid of me saying that no word and laughed at me. Big mistake because now I'll strike you, homie. Yeah, go ahead. That's what I would do. Strike me. I would strike me. Strike me down before I become too powerful. Because, Edwin, you don't know the power of the dark side, but you will. So anyway, she goes on to say, I'm looking into it. Actually, never said I wouldn't correct any misinformation. I have absolutely no issue with doing that on any level. You're actually making me laugh while with you acting like this. Mitchell says, you're looking into it. What is there to look into? The reach out to creator option does not file a strike. He did not strike the guy. Also, again, why do you feel the need to quote tweet literally everything? Wouldn't be interacting further as it's clear you have no intention of resolving the quantum issue or listening to what I'm saying. The only thing you are being at the moment is Quantum's plaything. And I'm sure that probably caused, and so they go on and on and on, and then more back and forth, and more back and forth. Now we're quote tweeting and more back and forth and screenshotting and bada bada bada, and then eventually we get to I think we get to where they blocked. Anyway, so communications completely and totally broke down, and there we have it. And I think before this, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe that Minxie and Mischief and stuff were on cordial terms. Anyway, maybe somewhere down the road they can kind of, I don't know, maybe they can get that all squared away. Hopefully, I don't know. Yeah, stop making video. We covered it a time or two on the podcast. Banana and I did. But honestly, I don't. And if occasionally there'll be something pop, his name will pop up or something out because he's like he made the horrible video on how to upgrade a PS5. He made the couple of videos on the Steam Deck. Um, some of his reasoning and logic, here's the thing. I think a lot of what he says, quite honestly, I think it is an attempt to be a troll. I do believe he's trying to troll people because you could get views because people actually love your content and they come and they watch you because they enjoy what you have to say, right? Or they find what you are saying in either informative or you're entertaining in some way, right? But then people also will come and watch because they hate watch, right? There's lots of creators out there that get hate views, right? Because people hate them so much that they want to see them say something so they can go out and just trash them, right? I firmly believe that a lot of Quantum's viewers are just that. They're hate watchers. Um, much like people like Wings of Redemption, DSP, um, even Boogie, just to name a few. They have people that hate watch them, right? Because they want to see them fail. They want to see them miserable. They want to see them, have a moment or whatever, right? And I think it's safe to say that there's a lot of creators out there that are not a lot. I'm gonna say I believe probably every creator out there has some hate watchers, right? Where they have a portion of their viewer is hate to see how they say or whatever. But then there's a few that is the majority of the views as hate watchers. There's more hate watchers than there are actual like supporters or whatever, right? Anyway, but I hope Minxie and I hope Mischief, because I actually like both of them. I think they're both good content creators. Can find a way to maybe get past this misunderstanding, kind of put all this stuff behind them, let it be water, through under a bridge and out and past whatever. Because honestly, guys, Quantum isn't worth this. And if you do if you guys continue this type of stuff, it is exactly what Quantum wants, right? I'll put it that way, right? I do agree with Mischief on that aspect. He's trying to manipulate you guys, right? And I just don't think he's worth it. I really don't. I don't think he's worth this energy and effort. So we're going to close out today's show with I'm going to read "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" for you guys, right? As we get ready to go in these holiday seasons. So this was a story that I would read to my kids when they were little. It was I guess you'd kind of call it a tradition or whatever. I know that my oldest son, he informed me that he does listen to my podcast with Banana, and he does listen to these streams as he's driving down the road. So I guess in that way, it is kind of a way to me, to still have some interaction on a daily basis with my son. And for that, and I think even my youngest one watches and listens sometimes. So, so I'm going to have this moment with them this morning, but I'm going to allow you guys to put on your Christmas PJs and grab your little cup of coffee or your cup of cocoa, whatever it is this morning that you want to drink. And I'm going to let you circle around the chair here with me. And while the fire is crackling in the background and we're all kind of getting warm and snuggly here, and I'm going to let you guys all be my kids today, okay? And we're going to just read this "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" together, all right? So here we go. "'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, and hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were all nestled, all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there rose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. And away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eye should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his courses they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet and Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up on the housetop courses they flew, with a sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my hand and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filling all the stockings, and then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Guys, I want to thank you for being with me. I want to thank you for all that you've done with me in these last few weeks, the growth that the channel has experienced. I love you all. I wish that you have a Merry Christmas. I hope you have a restful time with your friends, family, and loved ones. And make sure and tune in for Dave's show tonight. It will be a good one, I'm sure, as they always are. But until next year, this is PeePaw signing out. God bless you all. Take care, and I love you.